Hey guys, what's up? Evilzombie here. Welcome back to the Probably Something Terrible D&D adventure. I remembered the name off the top of my head. It only took like 5 episodes.
You'll find out when you write the title.
And someone's going to comment, nope, we're still wrong. Well, yeah, welcome back. Last time I left you guys on a cliffhanger. I know it was evil, but I just thought it'd be easier to keep it going on a roll once things started. Because there's a lot
Like
of
an
stuff happening.
initiative roll.
Yes. I'm going to start it on a roll. I got a 13 on the dice.
Ooh, lucky.
So we'll see how you guys are going to do today. Lucky number 13, and it's not Friday, but I'll accept it. Okay, so last
Last
time...
day of 2020, though.
What?
It is the last day of 2020.
That is true. That's pretty lucky. This has been a long year. This is the last game of 2020. Yeah, it's been a long year. A lot of stuff. At least we had Doom Eternal come out. Animal Crossing came out the same day and had lots of fun memes for us. That made my year right at the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm. And I think Among Us was a thing for a while.
Yeah, my kids keep on talking about that. I played it a couple times with them, but I don't see the appeal.
Yeah,
Just like when they play Minecraft all day.
That's about it.
Yep. They play Minecraft every single day, and I don't understand it. Just give me Doom, and I'm good. Something to shoot people with.
Right?
And then I'm all set. Or D&D.
Yeah. Or give me Skyrim, somewhere where I can, like...
Oh, sweet mercy. That's a dangerous game for me. I lose... every time I start it, I don't know, the game is magic. I somehow instantly lose 500 hours of my life when I start Skyrim.
Yeah. Just like when you walk into Target, you instantly lose $75.
Right? What the heck? And all you walk out with is like a stick of gum or something.
Along with $75 worth of crap you didn't go in there for.
Right? And I don't even know what the heck all that stuff was. It ends up mostly just being shoes or clothes that my wife just got. Because I don't know anything they got. And apparently GameStop has dice now. They have D&D dice. Right by the counter.
All right.
Right? I was looking there with my girls the other day, and then they have D&D dice. So, sweet. Because I couldn't help myself. So now I have green
That's
paradise.
why I don't even walk into Battlegrounds anymore, because I know I won't be able to help myself, and I'll just, like, take all my money, give me stuff.
Right? Oh, so good, though. Love it. It's the best obsession in the world. Alright, so last time where we were, the armies were forming, and everyone was getting ready to go ahead on their march. And then an earthquake. The ground started to shake.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. I have the effect of that on here. It doesn't start to shake everywhere, but around a lot of you, the ground is shaking, and then it starts to crack, and then parts of it start jutting up, and it's now becoming what we would call rough terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Stodgy would be okay, because Stodgy's probably up in the air. I assume most of you are pretty close to each other?
Yeah, I think, well, I know Laya and I were, sticking pretty close together. I think we were talking with Brimlink and Hey You.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, you guys were mostly close to each other.
Also, I think the old one was right there.
Yeah, he's close to you guys also.
Yeah, he was right there with us.
Let's see, and not you just walked away to go kick trees.
Yes.
But Hey You, Laya, and J-Hook, and the old one are close to each other. And, what is her name?
Shadley.
Yeah, Shadley. I'm like, I forgot our gnome's name. I have another gnome character that I'm playing as with my kids also that I've been playing with every day for them. So now I'm like, no, it's not that one. But that one's a bard, so...
Oh,
I do harmonica, and then magical things happen. So I use my harmonica. But still, so you guys are all there, and before the next thing happens, I have to ask you, what are each of your characters' personal fear?
Personal fear?
The greatest fear of your characters. What is Joe Hook scared of? What would he not want to be standing over him at night?
Probably Yisk. That fat, sadistic F-wad. If I'm thinking from his perspective of he opens his eyes, what's the worst thing he can think of? That guy is it.
Okay.
Just because of all the personal drama that went down with them and everything. And also because Hook knows what Yisk is capable of.
Sorry, my kid is screaming my name. 1 second. Okay, so checked on that, finished that, I'm back. And so what is Laya's probably greatest fear?
Huh. I think. I mean, it's hard to say because it's Ollie's character.
Yeah.
I think. I know Holly, the person, is afraid of spiders, which is why I wrote that whole spider encounter into her backstory.
Yeah, that's fun. We could probably roll with that, though.
We could. I think Lana as a character, though, I think her fear is probably something more abstract. Something like being humiliated, being shown as weak, and being forced to confront her own failures.
Okay, because the ideals of grandeur and
wanting
to be the hero.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing off of the flaws and everything, and the character traits that she's kind of established.
Okay, so mostly failure.
Yeah, like being humiliated, being forced to confront that failure.
All right. And then, okay, and then...
whatever.
Yeah. And then for Hey You, it would probably be Evil taking over and him being completely powerless to stop it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's about it. Batman losing.
Superman losing.
And not you. Well, he's not with you guys, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And the old one, he really actually doesn't... Oh, yeah. His is mostly age. Yeah, his is mostly age because he, wants power to keep on going, keep learning.
Mm-hmm.
So his own mortality.
Isn't he a level 20 monk with, timeless body and can't die?
Yeah, but there's a reason he's gotten to that point. He worked his butt off to get there.
I would say so.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So with that all in mind, so the ground has been shaking around you, and then the world seems to change for each of you. You're all going to see something different.
Okay.
So for you, what you start to see is you're standing there alone, and you see, as you look around, your friends, you see one after another, are on the ground in a pool of blood each. Mm-hmm. And then you hear that laugh that you really hate. It gets under your skin. Just that voice. And you can kind of see the area around you turns into a set of hallways, and you see his shadow. It just kind of duck around the corner. So you see Laya at the end of the hallway, and then you see an image of him stabbing Laya, and then taking her stuff and walking away with it. And then just laughing as he goes.
Or am I paralyzed? Am I able to react in any way, or am I paralyzed?
Oh yeah, you can move around for this.
Okay, I'm sprinting full force after him.
And for everybody in this also, let's see, that's what you're doing in here. Let me do a quick read through also, because there's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Okay, and also I need you to, let's see, I'll have you guys do saves in a minute. Okay. So then we're going to shift over to Laya real quick and what she's seeing. Mm-hmm. So she's seeing, it's starting out kind of similar to how it started out with you, where she appears alone at first. And then now the scene is changing to where she sees all of you fighting a creature, fighting a large monster.
Okay.
And it's kind of shapeless. You can't really see what it looks like or she can't really see what it looks like except for Lovecraftian would be the best word to describe it. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
So, like, it has different parts of it, shape-shifting, arms coming out, tentacles, and it's kind of oozing around. And all of you are fighting it, and then she's trying to get there in time, but she just can't make it.
Okay.
And then it starts...
Just pull out her bow.
Yeah.
She would be reaching for a bow.
Alright, so when she pulls out her bow, tries to shoot it, it just goes straight through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just passes straight through it like hitting a cloud and it passing through.
Okay.
But then every time the monster slams down on one of you, it takes off a limb, and it just hacks what she sees of one of you down each time.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just keeps on trying to fight it, and it can't stop it, and before she knows it, all of you are dead in front of her. And then it's just standing there in front of her,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just starts moving away from her as she tries to chase it.
Okay. Yeah, she's chasing it, she's shooting it with her bow, she's doing everything she can.
Yeah, but she just couldn't stop it. So that's what she's seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so moving on to, let's see, Hey You. Hey You is seeing, so now he is standing inside a city, much like Neverwinter.
Okay.
And he has a cape on, and he was feeling very proud of himself at first, just for a moment until he started looking around, and he's seeing bodies and children, women, soldiers, men, people just decimated, laying on the ground, parts everywhere, and he sees different creatures of the dark walking around, pulling groups of people behind them sometimes, whoever's alive, and it just looks like the world has been taken over, and then he doesn't have his strength anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to fight something, it just pushes him back like he's nothing. So this just keeps on happening over and over again, and he just starts to cower to the ground because he's trying to figure out what to do, but he just can't make any headway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you guys are seeing right now, and that's the vision that's kind of playing in your heads. So now I'm going to have you guys all make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
DC is 18.
18?
18.
Yikes. Okay. So we are going to start with Laya because she has a +6 on her wisdom.
It's a DC 20.
Laya still has a +6 to her wisdom save. Let's see here. That is a 10 +6, that's a 16. So she fails. I'm going to roll for myself. I got an 11 on the dice. My wisdom save. Okay, so with that modifier and an 11 on the dice, that makes it an 11.
Okay, so you... Wait, what was her number?
16.
Okay, so both of you failed it. On a failed save, you are frightened for the duration of the first round.
Awesome.
Let's see. Okay, so at the end of each round, what's happening outside of what you're seeing, then you'll be able to make another saving throw.
Okay.
And if you keep failing, then you'll start taking damage. Not for this first one.
Okay.
If you succeed, then the illusion will be over.
All right. So,
Okay. So now what's happening... Oh, so you don't know what's happening outside of this area right now.
I was going to say, we're just trapped in these visions. We have no idea what's going on outside.
Yeah, it's kind of playing on in your head, and you're seeing more of the same kind of thing. Like, you're chasing after Yisk. Next, you see, as you pass by Laya's body, you're chasing after him. She's dead on the ground. Then you see he takes Heiyu's boots and his hat and just laughs as he runs off. And you see blood dripping from the knife that he's running off with also.
So I yell back. I'm screaming at him. I'm just like, get back here, you son of a dickhole! Get back here!
Yeah, and then where am I? Next is Laya.
Yeah.
Laya's pretty much continues on what it was like, but as she gets closer, the world seems to be slowing down for her a bit, and the creature just keeps on getting far away, and she's left standing there with the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just terrified that she couldn't do anything to be the hero then. And then we're moving on to Hey You. He is going through the same situation. Now he's actually scared, and he feels completely powerless. So, moving on from that, make another saving throw.
Okay. We'll do Elias first. Or
Hey, you failed.
your order, or does it? Should
What?
I do? Do you have it in a certain order, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter because you can't see. None of the players can see what's happening outside right now.
Gotcha. All right. Here goes Laya. That's an 8 on the dice. Not going to do it. Here's me. 17. So also not going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. The only way out is for me to nat 20.
Wow. That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I think, actually, and this particular spell is concentration also.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, I have to roll the old one.
know.
Let me check on his number. Wait, what's it? It's wisdom, right? Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save, you said.
That's +8. It's only 16. He has a +8 and it's only up to 16 because he rolled an 8. Okay, so you guys will all take 4d10 psychic damage.
Ow. Where's that new d20?
5 plus... Okay, that's 13.
There.
23. So, hey, you takes... Okay. And then the old one... Okay, got these guys updated. What are you guys' numbers on this?
Oh, we gotta do another save?
What? No, just this round of damage. The 4d10? Because this was your first saving throw in that round.
Right, so wouldn't you roll the damage?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm crazy. I'm not thinking straight. I'm kind of going through a lot of papers. You're right. I got 2 people's already.
Mm-hmm.
That's 11, and... Where is it? Ooh. Okay. You took 29.
I took 29.
Yep, Laya took... So that means you are down to 82.
Okay.
7 plus... 23 for Laya.
Okay. So it brings her down to a number that I can't do.
89.
Right 89? Okay.
I love this app, I swear. I've made that a lot easier.
I can imagine.
And do we want to just continue straight on to the next round of the saving throws? Because you know what the thing is pretty much going to be like? Or do you want me to just keep on describing what you're seeing?
I mean, it's nice that we, as the...
It's kind of nice for cinematic. Huh?
Yeah, and it's kind of nice that we're getting to see what Hey You's going through, too.
Yeah. Alright, so what you see next is... Next, what's her name? Shadeleaf. Next, you see Shadeleaf. She pulls out a weapon from the bag, and He grabs it before she can point it at him, stabs her in the throat, and then takes her bag. Kicks her body down, then starts running down the hall.
Okay. In the vision, I'm trying to shoot him. I'm trying to hurl spells, like whatever I got, and I imagine it's not doing anything.
Yeah, nothing's really stopping him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kind of turns, and you see his face, and he just has a big smile.
Ooh, I hate that guy.
As he's running, you hear him just say, "I told you didn't know who you were messing with."
I told you to shut up.
He smirks and then keeps running. Then we're going down to Laya.
Mm-hmm.
So now I would imagine she's kind of going person to person by now, just looking at their body and trying to figure out where she went wrong.
Sure.
So for her, it's more about her having just to absorb it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels like the world around her is dark and gray. And then the creature is walking off into the distance, going towards the cities in the distance, and she's just feeling helpless.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. And then he was just sitting on the ground not knowing what to do. Now he's been captured, and he's just being pulled away and kicked in the ribs every once in a while by them.
Ow. Poor you.
So he has just different creatures of the dark pulling him around.
All right.
So now we're going to make another saving throw.
All right. I'll roll lives first, because...
Okay, 1 second.
There's an 18 on the dice, plus 6. That is 24.
Wait, I have to look up a stat sheet real quick.
I think you said it was a DC 20.
No, I mean for a different thing that's happening outside.
Oh.
Sorry, there's also stuff happening out there.
Right.
I have this stat sheet right here. Ooh. You guys actually might be in luck. One of the attacks that kept on missing before, someone actually hit the person.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to play that is the world that you were seeing, because this... What?
The lie I was seeing. I haven't rolled my save yet.
Actually, now I don't think you'll need to, because sure it was saying that everyone needs to do saves and stuff, but it's saying this is concentration.
Okay.
So that means if their concentration is broke, if they're hit, things like that, you know? If something breaks their concentration on a specific thing, then the spell is over. So, with what just happened, it kept on not happening. I kept on failing that one, like over and over again. It was ridiculous. Now the world, at first it looks like a wormhole around you all. Each person in your vision, the world just twists and then, like, pops, and now you're back into the regular daylight, and you can see the ground around you torn up.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I guess let's see. I wouldn't have you do past perception. You just see everything as it is, probably. So
yeah, kind of get my bearings, look around, see what's going on.
Okay, so as you guys come back to this, you can see that there is a dark figure standing on a rooftop nearby. Okay. And not you's foot just met his face.
Nice.
And you recognize this dark figure.
I do.
You've seen him before, and you pushed him back into a portal a long time ago. Can you guess who it is?
It's that friendly lich who I don't know if he ever gave us his name.
No, it's the lich. He did not give you the name, I mean. But,
yeah.
Yep, it's the lich. So a long time ago, everybody, there was a lich that was part of the story, and they went and got an orb from the lich's lair. The portal was open. He was gone. They just snatched the orb and it closed the portal. Later on, they saw a pedestal that looked kind of like it in a different cave, and they're like, hey, let's put this on there. They did, and the lich walked out. So they rolled a nat 20 on their athletics check to push him back in. And they pushed him back in and took the orb off.
Mm-hmm. So it just had him like shoved into some corner of the abyss.
Yep.
It was out of our hair for the time being, and then we went on to go fight Orcus.
So here's to the return of the lich.
Return of the Lich.
Slancha.
Slancha.
I was all nervous. I wanted to make sure I could describe that well enough. Huh?
There was a little drop left in the bottom of the glass. That was not a cheers with an empty glass, because that's bad juju.
That would be bad. I was all nervous. I wanted to make sure that whole beginning of the encounter was fun for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm still on that peanut butter whiskey, dude. That is some good stuff.
So, around you, so that's the first thing you noticed. You noticed Heyu kicking a lich.
Was it Heyu or not you?
Not you, sorry. They both have you at their name. Heyu is just standing up and confused and looking around.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Laya's doing something very similar, looking around, you're all kind of getting your bearings on what just happened.
Yeah, like, I'm checking shadows for Yisk. Like, even, I see the Lich there, and I'm kind of realizing, like, okay, that was a really convincing illusion, but I'm still like, where did that son of a dickhole go?
Yeah, so, I have to enter his damage. Where is it? 10, 2d8 plus...
I'm going to go get a refill banner.
Okay, that's 3. So it's 5 plus 5, 10 damage for the lich. Okay. He has taken 10 damage. Good. My papers are updated.
Alright. He take us some damage.
Yeah, so the lich has taken his damage. And now, as you look around, people are kind of panicked, in a very panicked state right now.
Sure.
There's a lot of chaos happening. You have several dwarf soldiers. Some of them a lot of them are on the ground. Some are trying to pick themselves up. You have a big group of them. Where's that one? You have a big group of them where it looks like a giant bomb went off and there's a whole pile of bodies on fire.
Ooh.
Like a 30-foot wide area of bodies on fire.
That's a lot of bodies.
And those guys are all dead.
Sure.
But, yeah, that's from the fireball.
Oh, there was a fireball. Fun.
The lich can do a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna, kind of take in what's going on. I'm gonna point at the lich. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, you!"
And one of your party... Oh, yeah. I'll get that in a second. And he just looks at you guys. He looks at your group. And he clenches his fist. He points at one of you. One of your group. And then he says... Hold on. Die. There. Volume back to normal? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says that, and, well, because of the HP of one player, one person, that will be successful. He has power word kill.
Of course he does. He's
It's a 9... Wait. No, you guys are in luck. He doesn't do that.
Oh, he doesn't do that?
Retcon. The earthquake was a 9th level.
Aha. And he only had one 9th level slot?
As I look... no, wait. Sorry. The weird was a 9th level. The earthquake was an 8th.
Okay.
So he's burned through both of those slots. Okay, you guys are in luck. That party member isn't dead yet.
Oh, all right. You say yet.
Yeah, that party member isn't dead yet. Instead, he casts a 6th level spell on one person.
Okay.
So he points his finger again at the person he was pointing at, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then just disintegrate.
Oh, he goes to disintegrate.
He has a lot of spells.
Mm-hmm.
I had to print 11 pages for this.
Oh my gosh.
Just so I can actually read the description on each thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I didn't have to look them all up. No, that's way back at the 4th level. Luckily, there's less and less things listed on the higher level. So he's out of his 2 top level stuff. But here it is. So, thin green ray springs out of his finger at the target. It can target a creature or object. So this person's going to take a crap ton of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do 10d6 plus 40.
Plus 40?
Yes.
Oh my butt.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
All right.
Okay, I have 10d6. It's a lot of dice.
Get that up against the microphone. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's 10. Okay, I'm counting the 5s first. 15, 20, 30. 40. So 40 plus 40. 80.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going on Hey You, of course.
Okay.
That's going on Hey You, so 80 health from Hey You.
Ouch.
Yeah. I was checking on the stat page.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, how many spell slots does he have in that level? Oh, where is it? Okay, he only had 1 spell slot in that level. Okay. So now we're going to enter into initiative.
Okay.
Let's have some fun with that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Wow.
What'd you roll?
I rolled both of our initiatives at once.
Mm-hmm.
We got 12.
You both got 12?
Plus 5, so 17.
Nice. Who's going to win the tiebreaker?
We both have cap dexterity.
Huh. Maybe just do a reroll, see who gets the next win on that, I guess.
All right.
That person will just be the first, but you guys will both have the 12 slot. Or the 17 slot.
Okay. So I rolled an 18 on the second roll.
Okay.
And Lana rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so she's just right after you. You're both at 17, like 17, but she's just right above you then.
No, I'm right above her. So I'm 17.
Yeah, you're right above her. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so got it. She's changed, and you. Changed. Perfect, and I'm going to roll a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
That one's not in play yet. Which got 7. Good, he doesn't have a plus. Wait, does he? I don't think monsters get a initiative bonus, right? I didn't see it in the manual.
If you didn't see it in the manual or the stat book, then we're good.
Oh, that one tied.
Could just add their dex, but I mean, it feels optional to me. I don't know. It's almost like we're just making this up as we go along,
The wonder of D&D.
right? Oh, by the way,
Yes,
these
sir.
banana chips that I'm munching on are pairing really nicely with this peanut butter whiskey.
Really?
Yeah.
Which thing are you munching on? Oh, sweet. I'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's way down at the bottom. Ooh, it does conditions, too. Keep clicking the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do conditions too. Don't worry about it.
No, I just noticed it also has that. I was like, oh, cool. The app I was using. Okay, so that, and then rolled one. Didn't roll much better than him. I think this is the last person to roll for.
All right. And while you're doing that,
Yes.
let me get a kind of just a lay of the land. Is it just, us, and then the Lich is a little ways off? Does he have other people with him? How far away is he?
You haven't taken a look around yet.
I told you I was taking a look around, trying to take everything in.
Okay.
All you did was the Lich.
Say that one more time? I didn't hear
All
that.
you did was that, oh, there's the Lich over there.
Okay, there is something happening farther away that's just kind of a little out of view.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something it's behind some buildings.
Okay. But as far as, like, what is immediately in my vicinity, all I see is us and the Lich.
Yeah, all you can see right in your immediate area is the Lich.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you'd be able to hear it. You definitely hear screams and yelling and panicking from behind some buildings.
From behind some
So
buildings.
in the town.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming more from like the south side. You guys are like on the north side of the city.
I thought we were on the south end.
Are you on? Weren't you by the forest woods area on the north side? Or am I mixing that up? I thought they all came in from the mountains up north. No, wait, the mountains are down south. Which direction does this map face? The mountains are on the south side of it, right? Where are we?
The way I remember it is the dwarves and all the reinforcements and everyone came in from the north, and then we were all going to head south. So we were meeting on the south side of town.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Alright, because I was trying to remember which area it was, because something was buried on the outside of the town, on the side of town that Toblin's Inn was on.
Right, and that's on the north side.
That was on the north. No, yeah, I think you're right. I think Toblin's Inn is on the north side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that stuff is happening on the north side then. So you guys are on the south, but you can hear it coming from the north.
Okay, so...
I just knew it was from behind Toblin's area.
Okay, so we see the Lich in front of us, and we hear signs, like, clear indications of battle and panic from through town behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And are you watching in that direction, or are you watching, like, the immediate area? Like, you trying to figure out what's happening over there?
I know that Jehook would be immediately zeroed in on this Lich. Because one of the tenets of the Oath of Vengeance is to fight the greater evil. And there's a pretty great evil standing right in front of me.
Yeah.
I know that Laya, with her, hero complex and everything, especially with what she was just dealing with in the vision, would wonder what's going on back there. So she would probably send Stodgy skyward so he could get a bird's eye view and see what's going on.
Okay, so like while you guys are looking at each other, maybe Stodgy would start heading up to get a lay of the land.
Yeah, Stodgy would fly his full fly speed, which I think is like 60 feet.
Okay, so
So fly up there and look around and see what's going on back
kind of send back that telepathic image of what's happening.
there. Right.
So what Stodgy would be seeing and what Laya would see is the ground is coming up from where the bones of the black dragon you guys killed were buried.
I didn't realize we had buried any bones.
Oh, they buried it during that month-long time.
Oh, okay.
It's been a month and he got all the meat.
Okay.
It's been a whole month and now there was a dragon laying there.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, so there was an area where you guys they just kind of buried it right outside the town. But the dirt there has come up and it's getting up, and there's flesh hanging off of it. And just a little bit outside of its area, just a little farther on, there looks to be, Saji can kind of see there's a big circle. Like drawn, like it looks like someone made a circle. Yeah, that's a little farther on.
Okay.
And that's basically what she sees. And there's people panicking and soldiers scattering away from it.
So, Stodgy would see that, relay that to Laya. And then, in his very British voice that he has now, because, he leveled up, and so he gets a voice.
This is awesome.
Right, all right then, so what were we meant to do? There's this guy and there's that, like, what do we do? What do we do? And then Laya would tell me what's going on. She'd be like, hey, there's a dragon skeleton attacking back there, and we've got this guy, he looks familiar. What happened? Like, she's still kind of a little foggy from the whole vision thing.
Oh. And then Heyu just kind of pipes up at random, complete now, after several moments have already passed, and says, "You're all still alive! The world isn't dark! What?"
Yes, we are, Heyu. Yes, we are. And we have a greater evil right in front of us, and I point him towards the lich.
And then his chest puffs out, and he goes, "Really?
Really? Remember this guy?
Justice!" And then he just kind of like looks shocked for a moment because he just suddenly realizes who that was. So, yeah. What are you guys going to do?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the initiative order.
Yeah, let's talk initiative.
Okay, actually, wait. Oh, yeah. That one person has to reroll. Sorry. I didn't actually roll them. Oh, that's actually really low. That's good for you guys. That's really good. Okay. So Laya's first, above everybody.
Okay.
Wait, no, you were above her. Why did it reorder my thing?
I don't know.
No, you are first, because you beat her on that roll.
Okay.
And she got that 1 on the second roll?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you.
All right. Let's see here. That only covers when hidden. Let's do that. How far away is the guy?
From you guys, he'd be about 50 feet.
About 50 feet, huh?
Yeah, you were down on the ground over by the trees. He's up on top of a building right at the edge of the town.
Oh, he's up on top of a building.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made sure to stay off the ground when the whole quake thing was happening.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm having a couple of different plans and ideas going through my head. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
Because, I mean, the easy thing would just be to, hit him with my quell and then move up. But that would be much, much too simple. Okay. So we were on the south side of town.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
He's looking right at us, like, kind of focused on our group.
Yes, he's looking right at you guys. What?
I'm going to plug this right in, alright?
Okay, Holly.
Thanks, so don't plug it out, huh?
Okay. She's plugging in her tablet.
Okay. Is there anywhere around where I could get some cover, like even from like a partial cover kind of situation?
You're next to some trees. And there's also a lot of really torn up rocks around you. Like boulders out of the ground.
Then I want to walk you through what I want to do because I think it's going to be awesome.
Okay.
All right. I want to use my cunning action to hide, and then hit him with a hold person, so that he'll be, paralyzed and won't be able to do anything for a minute.
And this frightened, paralyzed. He cannot be paralyzed.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, Hook wouldn't know that.
Hook would not know that.
So I think... Yeah, he's going to try it.
Okay. Give it a go.
And duck behind some, rocks and everything, kind of moving forward as much as he can, and then get behind some cover.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want me to roll a stealth check for the hide action?
It's bright daylight, and he is looking right at your group. Yeah, roll me a stealth check. This is going to be a DC 18 because I know how freakishly high your dexterity is. Unless you nat one, you're probably gonna. Unless you nat one, you're gonna succeed. You're kidding me! Don't tell me you did it. Did you nat one? What is that?
I nat one.
You nat one.
I nat one.
Okay. So let's say you jumped on top of a boulder and then leaped at the tree to try and hide behind it, and it definitely saw it.
Okay.
You got behind the tree. I'll let you have that at least.
Okay. So
he did see that you were going behind that tree.
All right. I'm still going to try and hit him with the hold person.
Okay.
So he makes a. I have the page here. Makes a wisdom save.
And the effect on that is paralyze. Is that the wording?
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Okay. So what's the DC?
My spell save DC is on this page, and it is a 13. Wow, that is weak.
13. Okay, and for him...
Hit the books. Get that intelligence modifier up.
Three plus... Okay. So he doesn't get that much of a plus. Even though he fails, he is completely immune to being paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So he did fail it. He got a 3 plus 2.
Oh.
So that save, he apparently sucks at. If there was any other effect, that might be pretty handy.
Right.
So you'd probably be able to tell that he had something cast on him.
Mm-hmm.
So what he would probably end up doing, because he's a lich and he knows about most kinds of spells, he would probably stand perfectly still.
Oh, that's mean, and I love it.
Kind of like when you're charmed, you know when someone's charming you. I imagine if someone casts some kind of paralyzing spell on you, you probably know what's happening.
I mean, it doesn't say that, but it doesn't not say that.
I'm not really sure how that would work on it.
It says...
Because it's not like a mind thing, it's like a physical thing.
Yeah, it says...
Or would he just not notice it because he's immune to it?
Yeah. It just says, on a success, the spell ends on the target. So I think he would know if he was paralyzed, but not if he was being attempted to be paralyzed.
That makes sense, because he's immune, so I don't know if it would actually phase him at all. He'd just kind of wash over, right? Kind of like a demon that's from fire would probably just be immune to fire damage and just wouldn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that makes sense. I'd be fair and rule it like that.
Okay.
So he doesn't notice it.
All right. So Laya's turn, yeah?
Yes, Laya's turn now. She's next
Okay.
in the initiative, so.
So while he is absolutely blatantly watching Hook, she is going to pull out a Stark Clarion, load it into her bow, and get ready for her kind of signature opening move.
Okay. Launch that sweet attack.
Alright, rolly, and that is a 16 on the dice. With her bows to hit, that's a +6, so a 22.
22? That's going to hit.
Alright, cool. So I'm actually going to pull out my phone for this one. my dice roller. Okay, so for the bow, that is 2d6 plus 4 plus the Daystar Clarion. So that's 4d10 plus 4. And roly. That is 49 damage.
It's pretty good damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that off this thing.
This is me, the player, asking, not that the characters would have. Does he have any vulnerability to radiant damage?
No, it doesn't specify any.
But he is a lit.
Are undead vulnerable to it? Because he is categorized as an undead.
He's an undead. Okay, so he would take extra damage from the Divine Smite, but not necessarily vulnerability to the radiant damage.
Right. So from something that's like a divine ability like that, like from a paladin, he would take extra damage from.
Mm-hmm. Because the Daystar Clarion, 2d10 of that is radiant damage. Like that's divine energy.
Yeah.
So, no, we can just leave it at 49. That's good.
That one's tricky. I can look it up. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say it anywhere.
If it doesn't say it on the stat block, then I'm not going to press the issue. I was just asking if it's listed on the stat block as a vulnerability.
Yeah, I didn't see anything listed for a vulnerability.
Okay, then we're good.
I see resistances and lots of different immunities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has True Sight. Huh. Okay. And he also notices most things that are happening around him.
Sure.
He has a pretty good passive perception.
All right.
Yep.
So that is us.
And then next up is... Oh, yeah, and you guys have your... Well, you use some of your movement, but Laya still has her movement also.
Yeah,
And I think since it's rough terrain, is it half movement?
Yeah, I think it's half.
I think it's half because it's rough terrain.
Laya's going to use her bonus action to pull her sword back to her hand.
Huh?
You know, just kind of bamf it back.
Yeah.
And then I think, yeah, she's going to use her action to move forward and also kind of try to get behind a little bit of cover, at least like a half cover kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that she can try to take some pot shots because he's up on top of the roof, and that would be more difficult for us to deal with.
Good. So we're getting into a better location.
Yeah, move forward, get to a better location.
Yeah.
And then Stodgy gets to go, yeah?
Yep, he comes right after her. He tags onto her turn.
He tags onto her turn. All right. Then he is going to go for a bitey bite and a stingy sting.
Going up close? Okay.
Yep. Getting right up in the business.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's just
Yeah.
how he normally attacks. Like, he doesn't have any range shit.
Yeah, I don't think he has any ranged ones. That'd be cool if Asaji got a ranged weapon.
Not yet. When he hits level 14, he does get a breath weapon.
That would be fun. That would be very handy.
A 40-foot cone.
That would be very fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So,
Make that attack.
Well,
What does he get?
bite. That is a 16 to hit on the bite.
That's going to miss.
And a dirty 20 to hit for the sting.
That's going to hit.
All right, cool. So he's going to take 4d4 plus 2. Where are my d4s?
What kind of damage is it?
Piercing.
Ah.
But
Doesn't
he doesn't
do anything. He's completely immune to piercing damage from non-magical.
Even magical?
It's non-magical, right?
No,
It specifies non-magical that he's immune to.
Right. And one of the abilities that we gave him was he gets magical claws. Wait, no, that's not a one we gave him. I think that's built in because he's a pseudo-dragon.
Oh yeah, he is a magical creature. Dragons are magical by nature.
Alright, so let's roll these 44.
Here.
Oh, I see some good numbers here. All right, so that's 4, 7, 8, 11, 17 damage. And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
The DC is 11.
Let's see how he does. 9 plus 3. He beats it by 1.
Wow. Alright, so
He's basically just like a juiced up wizard.
he's taking some damage. He's got a little dragon up in his business. Alright.
Yeah, so how much damage does he take? Is it half damage? Because the Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Nothing happens if he saves.
Oh, okay, so 17 damage?
Yep.
Okay. We got that updated. And then Saji gives up his movement and all that. Okay, so we're moving on to a group of soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So a nearby group of soldiers, they've gathered themselves, and they all use their movement, 15 of them, to run forward and try and attack.
Okay, they're attacking the dragon?
No, this is a group that's right next to you guys, or
Okay, cool.
one of the groups that's alive. The guys from the dragon are actually just running from the dragon.
Well, sure, because it's a giant skeletal dragon that holds buckle.
But we'll get to them in a second. But these guys are going to run in and attack. Ooh, they rolled a 19.
Yeah, they did.
On the dice. And their their longsword is a +7. So they definitely hit.
Okay.
26. Okay, so let's see the damage. They don't do a lot of damage each, but oh well. They're D8s. I don't want to roll 15 D8s. I'm gonna get a calculator out or something. Hold on, I don't want to roll 15 D8s. I have a calculator here, a dice calculator.
So do I.
Crit dice.
I can just press a button and it's done.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah. 15d8, right?
Yep.
That is 53.
57. But that kind of damage is slashing. Oh. Doesn't do anything. Phases through him. And they all look very confused.
I see this happening. I see their attacks phasing through him. I'm just like...
You
hey,
see one after another running at him and slashing, and then the other one says, like, oh, you're too weak, you didn't swing hard enough, and runs up and pushes him out of the way and swings his, and it goes through. He looks dumbfounded, and it just keeps happening.
Okay.
So until 15 people do this, all in a row.
I just imagine just like this nice orderly line of, I assume it's four?
Yep. Except the last one says, now you face me! And then tries it, and he fails. And they all look completely dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm.
And then next up is the old one.
Yeah, it is.
I have this sheet over here. He gets to do something for the first time ever. And he will never die.
Well, he crushed my hand that one time.
He has 328 health.
Yeah, he do.
Level 20. Barbarian 4, Fighter 16. He went through a hard life.
Wait, I thought he was a monk.
He studied as a monk, but he's not a monk.
Mm.
He studies with the monks.
Okay.
But he's a fighter.
Kind of puts things in perspective now.
Yep, he's basically just the hardened guy that wants a peaceful life. And knowledge. Because he's seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this thing? Oh, there they are. So he has a couple of very special weapons that he brought with him.
Yeah, he do.
He had a cloak on, and he just removed that cloak. And you see 2 rapiers hanging from his belt.
Rapiers?
Rapiers.
Okay.
And they are very interesting looking rapiers. They are dragon bone rapiers.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They're nice custom work ones. He pulls one of those out, and he runs forward, and he is about to attack. So he rolls for that. Okay, he has a good attack bonus. This goes the old one. I'm going to give him the big D20 for that.
Yeah. Hook is immediately taking notes of, ooh, Dragon Bolt Sword.
He rolled a 15 on the dice, plus 11.
I'm sure that hits.
I think so. Oh, I have a lot of damage to roll. Okay.
You said that like a bad thing.
Wait, which kind of thing was this?
Magical Dragon Bone kind.
Yes, I want to know. It wasn't just regular slashing. I had a thing on it. I was trying to find where I put it. Because I was pretty sure this did fire damage, if I remember. Does he have anything for fire? No, he has something for something else. Okay. So that is going to be the 12. 2 of those. 10 plus 3, 13 plus 46. This is the fire. So it's 12 plus 10, 13 plus 12 plus 13. Where am I at? 25?
12 plus 13 is 25, yeah.
Plus 5.
So 30.
And 30. Alright, so he does a total of 30 damage to him.
Alright.
Part of that is fire. So the robes of the, what's it called? The necromancer, or sorry, not the necromancer, the lich catch fire on this and it sears him a little bit. But it definitely did leave a bit of a cut.
Okay.
So you can see a visible wound on him.
So he is weak against fire damage.
Yes. He is not immune to that or have resistance against that.
Alright. Because Daystar Clarion does 2d10 fire and 2d10 radiant.
Very fun.
As it's written. So we would have seen a similar fire singeing effect.
Well, I assume in character, your character would definitely be watching for what types of things do damage.
Yeah.
How much was it? Minus 30? Yeah. Okay. So he's lower by that much. Next up is going to be not you.
Okay, I know it's not my turn, but whose turn is it?
But
I gotta get one of those in every once in a while.
It's fun. It is fun. Oh, that's the dice rolling out. I gotta scroll over here. There we go. So I just use the same stat sheet for them because they have the same stats. Two sides of the coin. Okay, so what he's going to try and do is, what's it called? He's going to try an unarmed strike. He's going to try and run up and kick him again. He's going to use a key point to launch himself as hard as he can and to do 2 attacks.
Okay.
First one hits. Second one hits. How much they hit for? That's going to be 48 total. Boom, boom, boom. 28 plus... Where's the stat sheet? Oh, it's on the other page. 28 plus 5. 33. Okay. So he kicks him square in the face again, and you see the head of the lich twist sideways as Not You kicks him square in the head.
Okay, so Not You is right up there in his business as well. Okay.
Okay, so now we are up to... Where is he? There he is. The Undead Dragon. So what you see is... Or no, I guess what Stodgy's not looking over the area anymore, huh?
No, Stodgy's, focused on the lich, just like us.
So you guys can't really see it other than the fact you see a giant puff of dirt, and you see several, what's it called, dwarves fly through the air, And he's got... Okay, I'll just tell you what's happening because it's on the other side of town. He's grabbed a few of them, and he has leaped and kind of used his movement to fly over to that circle.
Okay.
And he has shoved the dwarves in his hands on the ground to draw a shape on the dirt.
Awesome.
Yes. And now he is going to use his action to... Well, I guess free action is talking, so he's talking.
Yeah.
He's saying something. And then the light, or the sunlight, kind of disappears from that area. You can see it's visibly getting darker in the area where the dragon is.
Okay.
So that's his turn.
Gotcha.
Okay. Moving on from that, hey you.
All right. And I mean, Hook knows that there is an undead dragon over there, and he sees the Lich in front of him. He's assuming that the Lich is responsible for the dragon, and by killing the Lich, it'll undo the dragon. So that's why he's zeroed in on, dealing with this, hoping that it'll just kind of nullify that at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good hope.
It's a good hope.
I was just reading through his... Oh, I have the sheet over here. I was like, where is the list? Okay, so these ones he's burned through all but one of those. He's saving that one. Okay. Oh, okay. There it is. Cool. So next up it is you. Wait, no, it's Hey You. Hey You hasn't done his thing yet.
Yeah, Heyo hasn't done the thing yet.
So Hey You is looking at the Lich and makes a bit of a judgment call for a second, and then sees what's happening, like just saw the whole sky get dark somewhere else.
Okay.
So he is going to basically use his action to disengage from this fight and just hightail it over there using a key point.
Okay.
So you see Hey You just turn and bolt in the direction of where it just got darker.
Okay. I think Hook would kind of see what's going on and at least partially understand, like, okay, what Heiyu's got going through his head. Because, I mean, Heiyu is very straightforward.
Yeah,
He's
it's
not
basically, wait, why is that evil over there and this evil's over here? What is that evil?
So...
That's more or less his thought train.
Yeah, like, in Hook's mind, he can understand how Heiyu would see, oh, we've got 4 against 1 over here, and nobody's dealing with that over there. So he's going to, go and try to deal with that.
Yep.
So Hook's not going to be, like, butthurt about it or anything.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to tell what he was kind of thinking. You've been with him for a good while. Yeah, with that, we're moving on to your turn.
My turn. All right. If I was to throw something, would I be within range of the Lich to do that?
Let's see. You went back to the trees a little bit, so you're not like right up on him. I think you're probably about 60 feet away from him.
I was 50 feet and I moved forward.
Did you move forward? I thought you moved back away from this town to the trees, to hide behind the tree.
I asked you where there was cover between me and him, and I said I want to move.
Oh, between. Forward. Okay, I'm not going to retcon myself. I'll just actually give you that one then.
All right.
I won't be a dick. I'm not a dick. I'm not going to be like, no. Yeah, okay, so we'll say you're 40 then, so you moved a little bit up.
Okay, so I moved a little bit up.
Still going to keep it at 10 feet away from where you originally were.
Yeah.
Because that's where cover was, 10 feet away.
Okay. Okay.
I should have been listening closer for that other part. That's my bad.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to run forward, use my item interaction to chuck my teleporting gourd just right up on him, and then I want to start taking swings with my flaming, raging, poisonous sword of Jew.
Awesome. Okay, so you chuck it over there?
Yep.
And go ahead and make your attack.
All right, cool. Let's see here.
I'm not going to retcon anything, but I just realized to look at the wrong stat for Constitution and Wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
But it doesn't really matter because you think he beat those anyway. He was immune to one thing.
Yeah.
But I just found it. He has a plus 10 for Con, plus 12 for Intelligence, and a plus 9 for Wisdom.
Yikes.
I'm not going to retcon anything because that doesn't change anything that happened.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing to
retcon. That's my bad as bad planner.
All right. So, I chuck the gourd up there, zip up. And then, pull out my awesome sword of holy crap balls, kill this thing till it's dead, and then kill it some more. And rolly. That is a 16 on the dice with a plus 8 to hit, so a 24.
I think that'll hit.
Okay. And, while I'm at it, I think I'm going to chuck a 3rd level Divine Smite on there.
Think that'll hit too?
All right.
Yep.
So,
sweet mercy.
I'm absolutely pulling out the roller out for this one because I don't know if I have that many physical dice. Okay. So, that is 1d8 plus 60-10 plus 4.
Is Divine Smite counted as a spell?
No, it does not count as a spell.
Okay,
It is a spell slot, but it does not count as a spell.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 39 plus... Wait. Okay, 39 plus 3rd level Divine Smite, so... Why am I blanking on my damage for Divine Smite? Oh, right, because I don't have it written down bloody anywhere. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, he's not going to use that. Okay.
Here we are. Divine Smite. 2d8 for a 1st level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than that. So that's an additional 4d8, plus 1 if it's an undead or a fiend. So that's an additional 5d8. So that's 5d8 plus the 39 for the original attack is 64 damage total.
Fun. Let's see. How much of that was poison?
And
I don't think you do any lightning damage, right?
No. 3d10 of that was poison.
Right.
So I don't have anything like that. I don't have a way to
find out how much that was?
No.
Sorry, I was just reading through the sheet, and Wait, which one was that? Which kind of damage did I say? Oh yeah, poison. He's immune completely to damage from poison.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I can re-roll the damage if you want.
Maybe just 3 d10s. Wait,
okay.
d10s?
Yeah. How much damage did I say first?
60... Was it 63?
Yeah, I think... Okay, so...
Was that 63 or 65? I think.
We'll split the difference and say 64?
Sure.
Alright. So I'll just do 64 minus 3d10... 53 total damage is what he takes.
Okay. Let me see. So you slash across him. You clearly cut straight through his robes, and you Divine Smited, right?
And I Divine Smited.
So you cut clear through him, and you do see dust and a bit of coagulated, already dried up, moldy blood shoot out the side of him from when you swing your sword. There's
Awesome.
fire, and it burns in an angry blaze. And the sword inside your head, you can just feel the excitement inside the sword's brain. And it's just like filling you up as well. You can feel the excitement it just felt.
Yeah, I can. And I regained 3 hit points.
Sweet.
Because I get 1 before play.
Yeah, it does a leech effect too.
Yeah.
And then also from the Divine Smite, that shot down from the skies, I would think. And then, because I imagine he would hear something, look up, and it just zap him.
Oh.
Just a big old thunk, and he's radiated in light.
Yeah, he is.
And he looks like he is in very bad shape right now.
He looks like he's in bad shape.
He's in very bad shape. He's going to use a legendary action right now on you.
Of course he is.
Legendary actions are Lich can take 3 legendary actions, choosing from the options below. Only 1 legendary action can be used at a time, so that's good. And only at the end of another creature's turn. And he regains the legendary action spent at the beginning of every round.
Okay.
So he is going to cast Disrupt Life. And everything within 20 feet has to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so he's making me do a con save?
Yes, a con save.
Okay. I
He
don't
was
like...
not in this area, not you is in this area.
Oh.
Not you rolled an 18 on the dice.
Nice.
The old one rolled a 14 on the dice, plus...
14 plus 2, so 16.
So, total of 16?
16, yeah.
You're going to take 21 damage.
That's a lot.
Necrotic damage.
That's a lot of damage. Wait, necrotic, so does that mean it comes off of my HP maximum as well?
It actually does not specify on that, so I won't enforce that.
Okay, so I take...
The last time I did that, it actually did specify.
Right. So 21, that brings me down...
That's such a big deal that I wouldn't enforce it unless it told me to.
Yeah. 'Cause I know necrotic damage is nasty like that.
Yes. It is nasty stuff. And how much... Let's see, that was 21 from you, right? So
Yeah. So that brings me down to 61.
Yep, down to 61. So we are moving on to Laya.
Yeah, we are. Alright,
And as you guys are attacking him, the Lich says...
This changes nothing. My goal is to kill you, or see to it that you die.
And, okay.
and I kind of... Because I'm right there next to him. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
he's talking directly to you.
well, my goal is to push you through another hole, or, see you die. So,
You will see it's much harder to end me once and for all than you think.
I just grin. I just give him like...
And he's leaning over, holding on to his side.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what Laya is going to do is bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Okay, so he's marked. And... Okay, so that's a spell, so we can't do another spell this time. And then I think she is going to take a couple of shots with her Happy Fun Time longbow.
Fun.
And I say a couple of shots because she gets extra attack.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
And she also has a bonus action if she chooses, if she's not using the other thing, so she could probably have a little fun with that.
She already used her bonus action for Hunter's Mark.
Oh, that was for the returning it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was for the Hunter's Mark. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Okay, so
Okay,
roll
so-
that attack.
17 on the dice plus, let's see, for the longbow, that's a 6 to hit, so 23.
It definitely hits.
Okay. So I'm making sure I get all this right. So 2d6 plus 4 plus 1 bleeding damage.
Okay.
The on-time longbow does that. And then we're going to add a d8 for her Colossus Slayer because he's taken damage. We're going to add another d6 for the Hunter's Mark. And I think that does it. I always forget about her Colossus Slayer, and I feel like it's been shortchanging her damage a little bit. But this guy has definitely taken damage, so it definitely applies.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So how much damage is she doing total?
That is 17 damage for her first attack.
Okay. And he is so close to death already that now she gets to choose how he dies.
Wait, that finishes him?
Liches don't have much HP. They're just very deadly from a distance. Very deadly. Well,
Wow.
this form, you'll find out.
Okay. So, yeah, so he was having that banter with Hook, right? Like, he's just like, oh, I'm going to kill you. No, you're going to find out. Blah, 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 right? So, while he's kind of talking with my guy, Elia just kind of, like, silently notches an arrow, lets it back, and it goes straight through his temple and out the other side. So it looks like he has one of those goofy hats on.
I love it. So it just stays in there, and then you see kind of his body goes skeleton, the head wobbles both sides, and he crumbles to the ground at your feet.
Awesome.
And as he falls, you see his body starts turning to ash, and then you see kind of a black mist rising up.
A black mist rising up? Okay, hold on. Feel like there's something I can do. No? No, that probably wouldn't do anything. Hold on, I need to look up something just real quick.
Go for it.
Because if it's... You said it was a black mist.
Yes.
And that's the wording that I'm kind of latching onto for this shenanigan.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Right. Why is it not there?
I'm curious about these shenanigans. While you're looking that up, I'm going to show the viewers the new dice box.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
It's a mimic.
Okay. Alright, I want to use my Shape Water cantrip to try and freeze that mist without it getting away.
Unfortunately. Okay, so you try it.
Yeah, I tried it.
It doesn't actually affect it.
I tried.
Because it's not actually a mist.
It looked like a mist.
It looks like a mist. I couldn't decide on whether to use the word smoke or mist, just like that kind of thing rising up.
Sure. Alright.
Right. So that rises up and starts moving very quickly over towards the direction of the darkness.
Where the dragon was?
Yep, and it's zipping over there.
Well, ain't that a bitch.
So, yeah.
Is Elias Hunter's Mark still active?
Her hunter's mark, yeah. Well, this form technically died. So I don't think that'd be active anymore because it died.
Right, she can use a bonus action to transfer it. But, like, is it still tracking the mist?
I'd say it'd be tracking the body, and maybe because she's still looking directly at him, maybe she would change it over to that when it starts moving.
Okay.
Did you want to word it, like, go about it in that way?
Okay, because Hunter's Mark, I have the wording right here.
Yeah, how does it say it?
Okay. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any perception or survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature. So,
Not really
it's
sure.
0 hit points. So she would have to use a bonus action to mark the next thing.
Because this form doesn't really have hit points.
Okay,
This is more like the spirit flying.
gotcha.
So,
But I mean, Hook sees this.
yeah, maybe she'd be able to keep track of it, but she really couldn't do any damage to it.
Right. So I see that, and I tried to, and try to, stop the mist.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work, and I'm like, great, more necromantic bullshit.
I love that phrase. And of course, you see a little head pop out of the bag when you mutter that.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, where? And ducks back in because she sees crazy stuff happening.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then so it goes over there, and I assume you guys are trying to follow, or I don't know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, we're following. We're just like, oh no, you don't.
Okay, so it gets over to that area where the what?
I tell Not You, hey, come on.
Yeah, he was right in that area too.
Yeah, he was right next to us.
And luckily, both him and Old One also passed that last check. You're the only one that failed that one.
Oh, goody.
He actually hasn't taken any damage. Huh, Not You hasn't been hit. Well, yeah, so it reaches over there, and then that body of the dragon, that skeleton, it falls onto the ground, and let's see, once that mist hits it, then the circle starts to glow.
Of course it does.
And then the ground where that circle is starts to turn to what looks like flesh, almost. It starts to look kind of gooey, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a sarlacc pit, kind of fleshy. And then the flesh that was like the scales and the skin that was kind of hanging on the dragon starts to form around the bones and cling to it like shrink wrap almost.
Okay.
So it's kind of shrinking onto it, like wrapping around each rib and every single bone.
Yeah, it's kind of like
the black scales that were
skeleton.
Yep, and there's just bits and pieces of it here and there. It's not complete because they mutilated this thing.
Right.
Yep.
Butchered, I think is the word.
Oh yeah, definitely. They butchered it. It was like a butcher shop for a while. And then it starts to glow, and then the light fades, and it stands up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing you're all on your way over there, or already there. It looks at itself for a second, and then it looks at you, and it casts Plane Shift. It casts a 7th level spell, and it pops out of existence.
Okay, so it just pieces out.
It pieces out.
Awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't want... Yeah, it might be evil if I had you fight this right now. Yeah.
I mean, we could.
I could tell you the stats. Let's just say, if I tell you how many hit points in the hundreds, it's in the 5 range.
Okay.
Okay. So he's a beefy boy.
Like I said, it's your call. If you want to say he plane shifts, then he plane shifts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was his plan for a long time.
Okay.
This was his idea.
His whole plan was to fight us, get killed, transfer into the dragon, and then dip.
Yep, he wanted to be, well, a Draco Lich.
Awesome.
He wanted the body and powers of a dragon added to his, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you this, but he's actually been watching you guys for a while.
Yeah, we didn't really have much conversation except for, oh, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, no, you're not.
Oh, he remembered your faces.
Oh, sure.
And then you guys killed basically his god, Orcus.
Mm. No, wait, I thought he was worshipping Lolth.
Which one? No, that was the Necromancers, I think. This is the... You only met this guy one time.
Yeah, I remember because he was trying to convince us to give him the orb. Because
remember, that was like a year and a half ago. Remind me?
Like, we were having this pleasant conversation with the guy. Like, he was a very...
vaguely remember that.
Like, he was a happy, lighthearted lich. But,
Oh, no, most of that, the happy part was a lie.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But that's how he was presenting himself.
Yeah.
And he said that he was aligned with another god, Lol, who was against Orcus. And he's like, oh, hey, give this to me, and then Lolth will rise up and take over everything, and it won't be Orcus. And I'm like, well, that's not better, so we're going to push you in a hole now.
I actually do remember a good bit of that. No, his original alignment was to Orcus, but he's trying to give you the thing because he wants glory.
Oh, okay, so he was lying.
Orcus is the one who actually helped him out with the ceremony to become a lich.
Gotcha.
And basically he's being a brown nose.
Gotcha.
So he's trying to get you to help him with, like, basically so he would have it, kill you, and then take it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that train of thought.
Okay. So, yeah, we didn't know
It was more his background stuff. If you really want, eventually I can just kind of do a recording, just background of the Lich someday.
All right.
Because most of these characters actually do have their own intro stories. I just haven't said them.
Nice.
It's fun.
All right. So, yeah, we fought the Lich. The dragon poofed out of existence. And, I mean, that's pretty much things settled, yeah?
Yeah, and I don't think any of you died.
No.
Yeah, none of you died. Well, except for a lot of dwarves.
Well, yeah, a bunch of dwarves.
Bunch of dwarves. There are a lot of charred bodies. But now, because of this whole thing and all the preparation, I have stat sheet for soldier. General dwarf soldier. They're all level 5 soldiers.
Okay.
You have an army of them.
Nice.
Well, yeah. You guys survived the encounter.
We survived.
He was hoping to take a couple of you out along the way to that path, but his end goal was to inhabit that body.
Gotcha, which was why he did the circle and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was something he prepped kind of a little ahead of time while you guys are all gathering on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Then he put you all in the spell and started it all right away.
Gotcha.
That was kind of a go time, go, you know?
All right. So, yeah, there's that. And then I imagine we spend the rest of the day kind of picking up the pieces, burying the dead, kind of like we did in Amish Town, where it's like, you know,
yeah,
respect and everything.
Once the young green dragon killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, more or less, you guys are gathering bodies and paying respects, and there's a lot of help because there's still a lot of people here. So you have several dwarves. You kind of overhear several of their conversations, and a lot of them are going, "Oh, I hate those damn dragons." Because some of them only saw that dragon disappearing, and some of the bodies with dragon mark and like claws all over that. A lot of them saw that lich, of course, also. But there was a whole group that was just next to the dragon skeleton.
Right. So they took a lot of kind of that damage while we were dealing with the other guy.
Yeah, like a lot of them were in the town area, you know?
Yeah. All right. I will look for Brimlick.
I actually have his thing up here, so I just have his information. Okay, so after a little while of searching around, you do see him because you guys are kind of used to what he looks like by now.
Yeah.
and you see him in all the scruffy messiness. He was one of the ones that was closer to that dragon right before it flew off over to the circle.
Okay.
So he did not get grabbed from it.
Okay.
He got thrown. Yeah, he got thrown. There's as you're talking to him, he kind of informs you about there being an imprint of his butt on one of the buildings on the roof.
And I think Hook would try, but he can't help himself from laughing a little bit.
He says, "I bet even your orc friends can't even leave something as mighty as that on the wall. I challenged them to try."
All right. Hey, you, grab this guy. See if you can make a butt print in the wall.
Wait, I didn't mean that. Hey, you grabs him and throws him at the wall.
Can you roll a butt print check?
I'm going to roll a butt print check. This deserves the big D20. With, of course, the wood table. Okay, it didn't. It was only a 5.
All right.
So he left. It did slam him into the wall, but it kind of hit the brick. And then there's only a little imprint because his butt smacked it and made a perfect imprint of it, boom, right into the side of the brick. But it didn't leave a crater.
Gotcha.
Because he hit a softer part, I'm guessing. Before.
All right.
So it doesn't look as impressive.
I grab him by the forearm, pull him up, and say, "You were right."
He looks at Hey, he says, "Why didn't you do that to him?" He says,
To who?
he was pointing to you, and Hey says, "He told me to do it to you. You wanted to. You made the challenge. I accept. Was it not big enough?"
It's fine, hey you. It's fine. It's fine. All right,
so you guys have some fun with the conversation, and he's saying after you guys kind of talk a little bit and the silence starts coming over, he starts off the more awkward conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, when do you think we'll be ready to try and take back my home? Do you think they'll be still willing to fight?
I was going to talk to you about that, honestly. I was ready to march this morning, and then that craziness happened. I say that, we get some rounds of drinks, get some steaks, kind of celebrate the victorious dead, and then at first light, we march for your home.
Hey, that sounds about as pleasant as we're gonna get it. Maybe this will give them more fire in their bellies to avenge our fellow warriors and kill those dragons.
Yeah. I fear that any longer than that, if we wait a couple of days, they'll just sit around and mope and drink, and it won't be right for anyone.
Oh, strike while the iron's hot. That's the way of the dwarf, right? So let's strike while the iron's hot. And he just kind of looks down and takes a deep breath, then picks himself back up, then scratches his beard, finds a piece of bread in there and tosses it. It's a little bit burnt.
A little, trail of smoke still coming off.
A little bit. It's a
All
little
right.
bit charred. Yeah, so that is basically where we're going to leave this adventure today. I'm going to assume you guys are going to rest and everything, of course, after picking up. So we'll assume that's a long rest.
All right.
So you guys will be able to build that stuff back up. And you guys just did something very big.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which might mean that you get to, one might say level up.
Oh, really?
Yep, you've built up enough XP to level up. Because a lich is worth a crap ton.
I would hope so.
I think he's a CR20. No, it's a 22.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I think he's a CR22. No, 21, sorry. But that's pretty close.
I thought he was going to be a little beefier than he was, the Lich.
They're pretty strong if they get you with the right spells.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to activate one thing, and that probably would have made things a little harder, but I'm not going to go back on it, because he forgot it too. So.
Because, I mean, I have that certain magical item that I got back in Neverwinter, and I'm like, I haven't used that yet. And I was gonna like hit him once on my turn, and then on my next turn I was gonna be like, okay, so how is he looking? Like, is he, still ready to go? Is he kind of injured? Like, what's the deal?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna try and use that wand on him, but I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy. They have under 200 HP. Liches.
Wow.
Yeah, default liches are squishy. They just can do a crap ton of damage. Like, if disintegration actually gets anyone's HP to 0, they instantly disintegrate and are dead in the world.
Yeah.
That one sucks.
Yeah, that's why when you were telling me the math, I'm like, okay, so even at max damage, I'll still have like 2 HP left.
Right? You were like, no! I already had it in my mind for Hey You. If Hey You had died, I would have just killed him off.
Yeah. Didn't you say it was like 4d10 plus 40 or something like that?
It was a crap ton of d10s. I think it was. But yeah, it was plus 40, and I ended up getting a really high roll.
Yeah.
I have disintegration right here. But he was burning through the spell slots.
I mean, yeah, that's what he does.
No, it's 10d6.
10d6 plus 40.
Yeah.
Alright, so if he had rolled max damage and hit me, he would have killed me outright. At that time.
Most of the people he would have.
Because I had 82 hit points.
Yep. At first, I was about to kill off Shadeleaf.
Oh, that would have been mean.
But then I'm like, no, she's hiding in a bag.
Yeah, she's in a bag.
I realized I never made her get out of the bag, so I was like, oh no, I won't do that.
Yeah.
She did take a lot of damage.
But how? She was in the bag.
She was also with you guys when you were in the spell.
Oh, the weird spell.
Yeah, she kept failing her save also.
Yikes.
She took a lot of damage. She was pretty close to death, but she did not die.
Oh.
Anyways,
Here's
that...
not
Mine... I'll have a little bit left in here.
Alright, it counts.
Okay.
Cilantro.
Oh, that's good. Anyways, I'm gonna do the what's it called? The wrap up for it.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks guys for watching another episode. I hope you guys found it exciting. I had a great time running this encounter. Hopefully they had a good time too. You're gonna have a lot to inform Holly of.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad she didn't join us on this one, but she'll be excited to learn that she also again saved everybody for this time.
Right? Like, how does that keep happening?
It's always pure luck because her flaw is she has ideals of grandeur and that she's always going to be the hero. And for the last 3 major combat rounds, she has been the hero.
Like, for the last 10 major combats.
Right? It just always keeps on landing on her turn when the creature dies. You do the most damage, but she always finishes them off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate ya. Just keep on paying attention to the channel because we're going to keep releasing them every time we record. Or every time we play, we're going to record. So, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.